Yo, what's up?
Alright.
The mirror dirty? Yeah. So I figured out um if you get a PlayStation 5 and you buy PS4 games like with the Cyberpunk, just on the main screen right here, it will come up on the bottom right of your screen right there. And it's gonna say like upgrade to PS5 version. And that's how you play the PS5 version for Cyberpunk on PS5. And I don't get it. I don't get it because I started downloading this update. It's like 58 gigabyte, and then like I clicked on that for the PS5 upgrade version, and it started downloading it, and it was 65 gigabyte, not 62 gigabyte, and so then I guess I would have to cancel the update, like the patch for the PS4 version, and then start downloading that. But I just canceled and deleted it, and I was like I had a random thought. Well, why don't I just play the PS4 patch? Is it any different on PS5? Like, I don't know if there's some DLCs on there or something. I think it might be. I don't know. And then I seen the update. There's an update for the basketball game, NBA 2K24. It's 100 gigabyte. 100 gigabyte just to play that game online. And that's if the person has PS Plus. Ow, 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 ah, ah. Chill, dude. No, but I was playing it offline and I got an error. Seems like you do a mission on Cyberpunk and then you get an error. They release these games with bugs in them, man. They're releasing these games that don't even work right. It didn't used to be like that. No. No, back in PlayStation 3 days, when you bought a game and it was offline, it worked. It worked. The people that's living out in the woods, out in the sticks, they're getting they're they're losing on this whole thing right here. It's the people that live in town in the city that have the good internet. Damn, dude. So if I tallied it all up, the patch for Cyberpunk was, I might as well just say 60 gigabyte. Download the update for Battlefield 4. I don't know how much that is, like 20 gigabyte or something. I don't even feel like adding it all up. I mean, out of all the games that I have, it's hundreds of gigabytes. Because I used to just have to pick one at a time. When I put them all in and try to download all these updates or try to download all these games at the same time, it'll take months. One time the internet was so slow, for a whole month I downloaded Ark, and it took me a whole month to download it. It was like 90 gigabyte. The internet was slow. See, because I just got it back going, and they're giving me 3 megabytes a second. And then when it was slow, like a few years ago, I was trying to download Arc, like re-download it. They was only giving me 1/3 of a megabyte a second. It was like 300 kilobytes. And it's like, I don't know if they expect me to just tell them or what, but they just tell folks, like, it's in the description. If it's high traffic time, they slow the data, whatever. Yo, what up, Forrester? I think I heard Forrester one time on yeah, with the turtle. Yeah, I think I heard you one time talking with Turtle. I remember Gordon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I remember you was talking to her about like your family had money and stuff, and like y'all had a lot of money, and then yeah, that's all I remember. But I just every time I seen your name, I would just think about Subaru, Forester, and Forester, like trees. Yeah, trees. It's the tree manager people. They're called foresters for harvesting timber. Lots of trees. She blocked you and a lot of people. You guess? Yeah. Last the last few times seen her stream, like I saw where her stream, she had had a wreck, and like um she had had a wreck, and she was out walking barefoot, and then like she was lucky to survive. um I guess it's good to have a bigger car. Like she had a SUV. It was a Honda Element, and she was going through that healing process, and she wasn't feeling good, I think, and she was blocking a lot of folks. But I thought I was gonna get blocked too, so I was trying not to say much. I just told her I was sorry for what she was going through. But like I never told her um like I wanted to tell her, but I didn't tell her like she's lucky to be alive. Like My mama didn't make it to be past. Ow! My mama didn't make it to be past 46 years old, and Turtle was like gonna be 40. She's 46. It was weird. My mama used to be drinking alcohol. I had to stop it. I stopped. I kept blacking out, and it was not healthy for me, and what it did to my mama. So I like regretted uh, having an alcohol problem, and I said enough was enough. It was embarrassing and just regret and guilt, and it's like it's not healthy at all. I quit. I was so happy I quit because being addicted to alcohol, it feels like a hole that you're stuck in. You can't get out of it. It's so addicting, and I remember writing down on a piece of paper like no more alcohol, like no more six packs. You don't, but your dad does. LOL. He runs his own business in the medical related field. Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, like I've met foresters before. They're good people. You're lucky if you make 15,000 a year, but that's because you work part time. You're focusing on college. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Whatever you want to do, man. You saw that stream before she deleted it. At the time, you thought she was kind of going nuts, but you think streaming and being on YouTube took a toll on her mentally. You don't blame her for stopping. Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, I would say like I just like I was doing weed, coffee, and cigarettes. Now I don't even do weed anymore, and like they don't sell it at the store no more. They expect people to get their medical card. But I've just been doing the coffee and tobacco. You've thought about emailing her just to check up on her, but at the same time, you don't want to seem weird. Yeah, she was definitely your favorite stream panel channel. Yeah, yeah. No, I wish I was 25. I wish I could go back, but I can't. I kind of got burnt out on life like 26, 27, about 27, 28. And like I look like my mama. Like she started looking like a little older when she turned like 45. Like after 40, 44, around 44, the age starts seeping in. Is so you gotta take care of yourself. I'm 38. Gotta take care of yourself after 40. 40 is when you know if you don't try to eat healthy and try not to do too much drugs. Uh, you can look good. Like, is this dude Chris Gibson? I can't believe it. I thought he was like 35 or something. He was doing some skin routine and showing people, and he did this JoJo, jojoba oil. He said jojoba oil, but they spell it jojoba oil. Then he did the castor oil, and this castor oil is like Botox. It's like nature's Botox or something. And he was showing these exercises going like that. cause 34, like after 34, that's when that's when I noticed my wrinkles started coming in. Let's see, smile wrinkles, and then going like that, and my forehead wrinkles started coming in. Be like, yeah, 34, yeah, 33 is the last good year. Like, just as beautiful as you can look. uh, no, but I've been single for a long time. That's why I was relating. I was relating to Turtle because she was single and she didn't make a family, and I was relating to her with that. And then when she was saying that she didn't want to make a baby because she saw they showed her in school having a baby, like that messed her up in her head. Like she was didn't want to go through that. But I think she's just an overthinker. Yeah, I've been scrolling through the live streams. I ain't seen Turtle. I forgot all about her. But that wreck was messed up. It was messed up. I just be watching a lot of these Asian live streamers, like some of these women Asian live streamers. I subscribe to a lot of folks. I get lost in the algorithm. You've done edibles? I haven't done many edibles. Last edibles I did was some gummies with There was mushroom gummies, and I was like, "What is this?" Talking about it wasn't any psilocybin, and because psilocybin's in magic mushrooms, you know, the holy cow, and it was some L-theanine, and it felt like a drug. It was a pill. It was like it felt like a pill, and I did them. Like it was 6 gummies in there, and 2 of them had me feeling right. I just did 2 of them for like 3 days. Not a good experience. Just became paranoid. Thought you was seeing, hearing stuff occasionally, and had these weird, violent thoughts. Things felt strange a month after. Hmm. Maybe you don't like weed. Sounds like maybe you don't like weed. Like it'll like it's not good. Yeah, some people can have a negative effect with cannabis, I guess. Um, but it helps me because it helps me relax from anxiety. Uh, yeah, there was a guy that like went nuts in the UK. I seen it on the news. They was talking about he went to India and did some kind of psychedelics, hallucinogens. He probably did something like mushrooms or they got the psychedelic honey in Asia. I don't know what he did, and he was having cannabis, like he was on the weed and had cannabis. Uh, I guess it was psychosis or something, but he went nuts and he hurt some he hurt somebody, and then they took him down. They arrested him because he was had a mental breakdown or something. Yeah, I've had some friends, you know, they don't like weed. You're 23, been trying to figure stuff out. This is your second attempt regarding college. You started this second attempt almost 2 years ago. Damn. I only tried to go to college one time. I was 21, 22, or 20. And yeah, I dropped out. Sometimes I think about going back just to get like my big truck license or like welding. Uh, Because it would be easy for me to pass the big truck license. It's only like 3 weeks. I did try to go for drafting and design because I thought it would have to do with art because I like art. And I didn't like it once it got on the computer. But I was going through relationship problems with my girlfriend. We broke up. But I knew we was gonna break up. I just wanted to see what it was like. But I was missing my job that I had. And like when I got older, I realized that I should have just broke up with her and kept my job and moved. Like if I could go back, I would do that. But I mean, it was an experience and it's okay. You know, they say we have to fail to succeed. And I didn't really learn that until like I was in my 30s. Like just listening to folks, I was like, man, you know, like I just would take things too personally and like it would bring me down. Like I would get depressed. Uh, like falling out of the love made me depressed. Really, what it is, like, uh, but like you know, like my family tried to tell me, like somebody in my family, he was like, it's not cheating until you're married, and like I think he was trying to help me out. Yeah, he was trying to help me out. Good luck. Yeah, but I regretted quitting that boss man that I had. It was a good job. It was just I had to drive a long ways, and like I had like I almost had a head-on wreck because I didn't get enough sleep one night, um, and I fell asleep at the wheel, and we smashed mirrors. Me and the other truck smashed mirrors, and like it scared me. It scared me. That's part of the reason why I quit. Started talking about, oh, I could just go to college for a little while. She was like, yeah, yeah, sounds good. Try it. You was just watching a short Turtle made, and you saw a comment I had made. You remembered my name, so you clicked. Oh, that's cool. You'll stick with alcohol, but you've also experienced some type of psychosis like mindset with alcohol. You kept thinking there was someone waiting outside the room door, wanting to hurt you, not fun. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, like alcohol can trick you. It tricked me a lot of times. Felt like I wasn't drunk enough or something, and had some more, and then would black out. And then I don't miss throwing up. I don't miss throwing up on the toilet. I don't miss that at all. uh, One time I got drunk and I fell asleep by the window, and like the curtains was open and the moon, it was a full moon, and I was like dreaming about gray aliens. Like I was dreaming about gray aliens. It was a bad trip. Yeah, he told me it's not cheating until I'm married. That was some interesting advice. You know, I shouldn't have been so worried about it. I shouldn't have let it bother me. She let it bother her too. Just young and dumb. It's just young and dumb, you know. Yeah, like after being in love and falling out of love like 3 times, like by the third time, like I didn't care so much anymore about you know if she was cheating on me. Like I would have a bad dream, but I didn't let it affect me like like that anymore. When you live by yourself in the Midwest, you had worked in a warehouse. You'd only get a few hours of sleep. You'd fallen asleep behind the wheel multiple times after work. Oh no. A couple times you almost got hit. Damn. That's what I'm talking about. Like, no, no, take a nap, like a power nap. They're called power naps. Like, how to do it is if you know you tired, take a power nap, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just, you know, even if it's sitting down in a chair or something, or like behind the wheel, like pull over. But if you're in a hurry, yeah, that's what it is. We were just trying to make it there on time. It's like trying to make it there on time. That was what messed us up. That's what messed me up. Oh yeah, like if you can't sleep at night, do some push-ups. Like do some push-ups or something to wear yourself out real quick, and then you can sleep. Because the problem was I couldn't sleep that night, worrying about stuff. Like don't worry. Try not to worry about stuff. Like gotta like wear yourself out, like with some exercise or something. Gotta prioritize sleep. You only moved back in with your parents because at the time you hated your job. It was extremely loud. You was worried about your hearing since you're already partially deaf and you understand you couldn't live off the pay. Oh man. My mom was deaf in one ear. Yeah, my mom was partially deaf in one ear. I remember her telling me something about that. Yeah, when I was 14, I had a bad ear infection. I would have ear infections when I was a kid, and when I was 14, I had a really bad one, and the doctor, like, I was crying in my bed, and my mama heard me, and she took me to the emergency room, and the doctor said, like, if it would have been any longer, my eardrum would have busted. So I probably could have been partially deaf too. Nah, man, it's all good. I moved back in with my parents too when I was your age. And then nowadays with the cost of living and stuff, it's like really hard. Like I even saw a commercial the other day. They was talking about a mortgage on a house and you can move your parents in with you. Like you know it's bad when you see a commercial on TV and they're talking about moving your parents back in with you. Uh, just buy a shed. Get a shed. If it's a 20 by 40, if it's under 20 by 40, or if it's a 20 by 40 or something, I heard there's no property taxes on it. And then all you gotta do is you could put a septic tank in there or not. I mean, I've thought about that. I could have got me one. Yeah, see what you do is if you really want a place on your own, the best way is to buy a piece of land. You buy a piece of land and then you get a used uh, trailer house or a double wide or a used triple wide. There's cheap ones that people just trying to sell or get rid of, and then put that on there. And if it ain't too far from town, they'll be able to run the power lines there and it won't cost a lot of money, from what I heard. Unless you want to live in town, like, it's best to buy something from the owner. Like, my stepdad did Quicken Loans. It was like Quicken Loans or something. He was working on his credit for a long time, and but yeah, he had houses since he was like 26. But like that credit come in handy to get a loan on a home and then pay it off. But by the time he wanted to move, my mama didn't want to move. Like the third or fourth time, I had already moved out because I moved out from living with my mama when I was 16. She didn't want to move away from that house, but she had a drinking problem. It's sad that weed wasn't legal because she could have been doing weed, but he was scared to lose his job because he would get drug tests. So that's where the problem started. And so, like, I lost my mom because of alcohol. And I started being frustrated, like, thinking it was because of the state. Like, it was the state that was the reason why my mama died, but it was her fault for drinking, I know. Like, but what I'm saying is the weed helped her. She said it helped her hands stop shaking. She had that fibromyalgia, and that's when your body hurts on your skin or something. You figure trying college again through your local community college would be best? Yeah. Yeah, that's the easiest way. They say the trades are becoming more popular because too many people have been going to 4-year universities and as they can't get a job, it's oversaturated. So the trades are really the best option right now. You know, someone who's working at a grocery store and has his own apartment. It's one room and it's $1,200, $1,300 a month. You feel bad because his girlfriend doesn't want to work, so he's also supporting her. Yeah, but that's a good thing though because a lot of women these days they want to be independent and then they do their job, they do their career, they live on their own, and then like if they don't make a family by the time they're in their 30s, they start realizing that their time is running out and it's gonna they don't have enough time to make a baby. They're scared because some women by the time they turn 40, like they're in their 40s, it's hard for them to make a baby. He's lucky to have a woman like that's okay with just chilling at home. Yeah, like that's what my stepdad did. He was working at the grocery stores and he became a manager, and then towards the end he was a project manager and he was making good money. So it's a slow way to work yourself up. Don't know how long they'll live there. You can't imagine he makes much. He might could work his way up like my stepdad did, like my ex stepdad, like from just grocery store and then getting in the meat market to like the meat like packaging meat and then becoming the meat market manager, the meat manager. And he was doing that for a long time and he was making better money. And then maybe like when he became project manager, that was even more money. The only thing that sucked was that they had to transfer him and he would have to move. That's what sucked. So like I was getting moved around a lot when I was little. I had to make new friends and stuff in school is what that's what I went through. And then logging if you choose to work with trees, like logging can be hard on the body and it's just long days is what sucks. Long days and then it don't pay very good. It pays better up there where you're from, like up north. It's a lot more trees up there. But I guess it costs more to live there too, from what I heard. Like, man, stuff is just like it just depends on where you at, I guess, and how you spend your money. You know, like how they be taking advantage of folks with bad credit. Like folks don't work on their credit, then they want to get something financed, and they end up paying double. You only drink 2 or 3 tall boy 20-ounce beers. You can't drink more than that. Plus, you don't want to damage the one kidney you have, as well as your liver or other organs. Damn, you only got one kidney. Well, what it did to my mama is it was damaging her liver. She would mix, like, she would get these muscle relaxers from the doctor, and then I guess it was because of mixing that with the alcohol, like some beers, was what was damaging her kidneys over years. I mean, her liver. But then probably when she switched from beers to vodka, that was probably what really did it. And then not eating good, probably because she didn't want to get fat. Beer has a lot of sugar in it, from what I heard. You just gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect alcohol. Nobody ever told me to respect alcohol when I was young, and like, that's really what it is. Alcohol demands respect, drugs demand respect. Like, I started telling myself that like a few years ago, and it's been a long time since I did alcohol, but like, it'll make you respect it, or it'll be too late, what it is. But the people that can control their alcohol use, they respect it. They already know. No, you're good, man. Just do some lemon water. You can clean your liver and your kidneys with lemon water. All this stuff I found out like after I lost my mom. But if you was relying on a grocery store salary, you'd want your partner to also work and not just sit on the couch and eat your food, or you'd want them to do something with that time. Yeah. My mom used to clean people's houses. She used to go clean people's houses and make a little money, like clean up the place. Yeah. It's good to have a good woman like that. You've changed your potential major so many times: electrical trainee, accounting, HR, agriculture, environmental science, geology. Huh. Well, they say that the future is with electricity, with the cars and trucks, the electrical stuff, the lithium batteries, and then geoengineering with the geothermal. There's places in Sweden like they're getting power from biomass from under the ground and geothermal uh, energy from deep in, like where it isn't like in the earth. But yeah, that electrical stuff can be dangerous, but it's good money. Accounting, if you like doing numbers all day, accounting can be good. I don't know what HR is. Like agriculture is farming, and then the trees, the crops, that could be good. Hey, that's dope. They got all that at the trade school. That's a good trade school. Sometimes I thought that I could just go back for agriculture, environmental science, geology. There's probably already a lot of geologists. I don't know what kind of jobs they would get you to do. You either found out you didn't like the programs, found out there weren't any jobs if you was a graduate, the pay is low, or AI will take over. You're trying to be sure it's the right choice. Yeah, they say that AI is gonna take over the parts that people, the stuff with numbers and stuff like the programmers been losing their jobs. The coding and that the like if it's a job with manual labor, like well, DARPA's only got good with the robots like that can move around and stuff, and like Amazon's using the robots that'll move it around like the boxes and stuff. Like might be one arm or something. HR is human resources. Oh, that's like a social job or something. They're responsible for hiring and firing that type of stuff. Oh, do you use these lives as some form of therapy? Do you have panels? No, I never tried the panels yet. I have talked to a lot of folks like online gaming. Like that's been a bunch of my therapy, like online gaming, talking to folks. Uh, like like I see myself as a healer. Like like I figured that I could be a healer. Like I am a healer. Like I've talked to folks and I really help them feel better about themselves, and I've seen that within myself. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like how I learned about stoicism. Stoicism is good form of self healing. If you learn about stoicism, you can try to manage your mental thoughts, your mental health. But yeah, your mental health, if you're living a like a lonely life, it helps to talk to people. No, you're good. I'm bored anyways because I'm downloading these updates. Like on PlayStation 4, they used to let me play the game while it was updating, and it seems like on this PlayStation 5, it won't let me play the game while it's updating. And it's like stupid. And I turned it off where it wouldn't update the automatic updates, and it's still doing it. I'm like, what the heck? Like that person, who lives in that apartment you was talking about, his girlfriend spent 4 to 5 years on a communications degree only to graduate and realize it is one of the most useless degrees. Dang, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, but I did see on PlayStation 5, it's got this Discord thing that'll let people join the party chat if they have the link. And it didn't used to be like that on PlayStation 4. And, like, I ain't never heard nobody tell me about that yet. But I guess, like, people that wanted to join the party chat, they could join from that link. Probably it's weird. So I guess they added Discord to PlayStation. Whatever you do, just don't buy like a brand new a General Motors car or truck. They say they're garbage. I've been getting it on the algorithm lately. The older models are gonna become more valuable when people realize it. People are starting to realize it right now. They made the gears weaker in the transmissions so they would break a little bit after 100,000 miles. The cars from the late 90s and early 2000s were the most reliable. All the new cars are garbage. Yeah, they started putting the turbos on them, and the turbos are messing the motors up. And then they got all the sensors on it, and some of the sensors they expect people to go to the dealership, and then the dealership is ripping people off. I don't know if it happens to everybody or every dealership. It might only be certain ones. I don't know. But I seen the video of this guy. He didn't want to pay this big amount of money for some part on an F-150, and he got a used one from the junkyard for $70. It was about the, I don't know, it was some like little part like this that had the metal lines on it. You go on different panels, live streams, because you pretty much have no friends other than some of your younger siblings. However, it would be nice to have people your age to talk to somewhat regularly. Oh, like, yeah. Once I started talking to a bunch of people with online gaming, like on PlayStation, I realized that when I was younger and I would complain about some coworkers and stuff, like it wasn't a big deal anymore to me because it helped me learn how those people think. Like it helped me learn that if they're giving you problems, they're gonna give other people problems, and it's nothing to take personally. That's just how they are. And so you just got to push through that and then focus on your job. And yeah, like what I was complaining about was little stuff. Like I don't talk to so many people, and a lot of folks have bigger problems that they went through. It helped me feel better about my life. But like because like once a person gets depressed, it's hard to get out of the depression. Like there's like with trauma, like bad things happening, like it's hard, like there's a mental block and it's hard to get out of that state of repetitive thinking, like the negative thoughts. Like it stops people from doing what they want to do. And so uh, like I taught myself how to deal with that, and it's really just overthinking. And like the stoicism helped me feel better about myself, but like it's meditation, and like stop overthinking and just do it, because it's just like inner anxiety. But yeah, like I used to have a lot of friends, and then some friends can be fake, and like having bad experiences, or just like when you get around some friends and there's some other friends and then some other friends, and then some folks don't like you, you could have some bad experiences and it makes you not want to hang out with friends no more. But you don't have to think like that, because the majority of the time you'll have a good time. Like there's good experiences, there's good adventures. It's just like 5% of the time might have a bad experience. And then there's 95% that is okay, it's good. Just have to, it's okay to make new friends. Like, don't have to go back to the old friends. It's like, don't be afraid to talk to somebody in public, or try to find a date online, like with these dating platforms. It's like I got burnt out on dating, like after so many women. Like I felt like, well, it was just like we was young. Like none of us was really, like a lot of us wasn't taking it seriously. So like a lot of folks these days, they don't want to settle down, is really what it is. They don't want to settle down until they're in their 30s. And then if you get burned, like I got burned out in my 20s, by the time I was in my 30s, I just got comfortable being alone. Is what it is. Planned obsolescence. Yeah, they're scamming us. But Toyota hasn't been scamming us for a long time. It's after they started putting the turbos in the new Toyotas that's messing them up. So the like older Toyotas are still good, and the older. It was 2008. There was a financial crisis in 2008. General Motors filed for bankruptcy, and then it started a new company. It was like General Motors Company, and yeah, community college is full of high school kids taking college classes and people around your age trying to figure out their life and make a career change. Oh, yeah, I remember it was a dude in when I went to community college. It was a dude in there. He was like in his 40s, closer to his 50s. He just wanted to figure out how things work because he had his own machine shop. It was some older folks there. It was some younger folks. Yeah. I didn't stay there long though. And then working in the profession I was, there was always really old people there, and I felt like the young one, because they say that not enough people are taking their place. So I feel like it might be good if I represent to help people want to do that profession, because I mean that's just what I heard. Like the younger folks don't want to work a hard job, and I understand because it wears you down. You feel like you're just working just to save a little bit of money, and then you have to keep working or you get fired. Is what it is. Like Americans don't take a lot of vacations. Cause I was wanting to know about that, and it was like some web page was explaining how like Europeans have the most vacation days in the whole world, and Americans don't have the least vacation days, paid vacation days. And then to make money, you gotta spend money. You gotta spend money to make money. Like if you was trying to sell some T-shirts or some coffee mugs and stuff like that, like selling on Amazon, you could start off with like $2,000 or something. Like I learned a little bit about that, and then the government grants to do like government, like to start your own business. The Democrats was gonna help people with that. I think I'm not too much into politics and stuff, but I was trying to teach myself a little bit, and then I just got tired of listening to these people talk about government grants and small business stuff. But there was one guy that made it look really easy. He's like, yeah, you could just cut some grass. You know, you just you go to the business bureau, you pay your $50 or $100 to start your company in your own name, and you just find people to work for, and you just go cutting grass. So it can be really easy. Like it was one dude that was explaining how to sell cars. If you sell more than 4 cars in a year, you got to get your own lot. You got to pay for your own lot, and you got to put it in your name. Like you have to lease. You could rent a lot, or you could buy a lot, like a little place in town or something. You got to have like a little shed, like to do your office building, and then you can sell cars like that. But you have to do all that paperwork stuff for it to be legal. It's just hard for me to get motivated. The motivation is the hard part. The hard part is the motivation. Like I know a lot, I just it's hard to get motivated. Like, but love will make you brave. You've been trying to work on yourself mentally. It's hard though. You feel like you've always been dealing with overthinking, and your mind always tells you you will go nowhere in life and that type of stuff. Yeah, it's the overthinking that stops us from making choices, and like really with life, it becomes easy. It's called serendipity. Serendipity is when you have good luck. Like good luck, like it's all about the people that you know. Like what you don't know is that you could end up talking to some folks. You ask for help. If you're not afraid to ask for help, if you're not shy, and you know there's tons of good people out here, like they will help you find the right person to talk to to get your job or to get your place to live and stuff like that. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. It makes it so much easier if you just are not shy, if you're not afraid to, like, you know what I'm saying, like ask for help, like whatever you're trying to do, like you, like you know, with your job or uh, like where you want to live or to find something better. It's called when good things happen and you don't expect it, or like it's at the right time, at the right place, at the, you know, it's called serendipity. It's like good luck. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the overthinking is really what stops us from bettering ourselves. You feel like the hard part for you is finding something that really gets you motivated to excel at whatever. But lately, it seems like you can't seem to find anything that you really enjoy or it doesn't pay well. Yeah. Well, it depends if you want to be inside with a job or if you want to be outside with a job. Some folks like being outside more than being inside. If you get a job where you're inside doing paperwork and you don't like being inside, that might be the problem. Or if you don't like driving places and it's you gotta drive to work outside, you don't like driving or something, that's also could be the problem. So it would be better suited as just a hobby. Yeah, I mean, you could just learn a little bit at a time and you might try making money some other way, but whether it's a part-time job or a full-time job, it's up to you. Like they're starting to pay pretty good at places like Target. They're paying $15 an hour or something. Like at a shopping mall or something like over there. Like I was thinking about that a little bit. Like it's a lot of women over there. Like working a real man's job. It ain't no women there. If you like talking to people, you could work in public. But if you don't like talking to people, you work an outside job. Nobody gonna bother you. But you're just gonna have to be surrounded by a lot of men. Is really what it is. It's the same men. They might quit. It might be a new person come. That's what it's like. There might be some old folks, and they've had that job for 20 years, and you know, but people come and go. It's okay to work a good job a little while, and then you tell your boss man you're gonna quit in 2 weeks, and then you find another job after you just take a rest for a little while. Like it's okay to be like that. People end up like that. Like the work that I've done, people just quit left and right. Like come tax season, people do their taxes and then like they want to quit or they just quit whenever and they end up coming back. They end up going back to their old job. It's okay to go back to your old job. It's okay to find a new boss man or whatever, but like it just depends. Cause I haven't really tried many other jobs, different type jobs. Like one dude today was telling me that he would make, cause he's from Canada, and he was telling me like he cuts wood, cords for log houses, and he was telling me that he wants to go do construction, like road work, to do the lines on the road. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like you're gonna have to bring a lot of water with you. Uh, and then he was telling me how he really don't eat that much when he goes to work. He just works. All he needs is water. That's all he needs. He don't like bringing food. He never have brought food. I thought that was weird, but he seemed pretty bowed up. He was like he sent me some pictures of himself. He looked big, like strong. Like you don't want to mess with him. So he must just eat a lot after he gets off work. I heard it is better just to eat once a day than to keep on snacking like multiple times. But I don't know. You only got one kidney. You work at Target? It sucks. Nah, for some reason I've been going to Target. Like I like going there. There's lots of beautiful women every time I go. Like I started going there instead of Walmart. Used to work 18 to 24 hours a week, but they've been cutting hours. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. They might not hire folks for a lot of hours. Since about January, you've been working 9 to 13 hours a week. Dang, that's just for some little side money. Huh. See, I could have been doing that. I could have been doing what you're doing, and like I would probably would have felt a lot better about myself. Because I'm gonna tell you, working a full time job and like like it's okay to work 8 hours a day, but it's like 2 hours on the road or more. Like you know what I'm saying? And then it's like 12-hour day, and then like I really like to sleep, and then it's like really don't want to work on a Saturday at that point, and then so but like I said, it's just want some time off, and then by the time you start feeling worn down, you want to quit. But the mechanics, man, like the mechanics on my home page on YouTube, they're starting to make a lot of money, but they've been talking about a bunch of them is quitting because they're getting ripped off by the dealerships, and then I don't know if people, I don't know, but that stuff's complicated, like in with itself, but it's easy because it looks easier after you get to learn the scan tool. Like it's really a computer hookup. The scan tool tells people what the problem is, and really all they gotta do is like read the blueprints of what is supposed to be done, and it seems like a doable job. Like there's people that are mobile mechanics and they just work on the side, like uh, I don't know if it's like you get what I'm saying, like just doing jobs here and there. Target to kill time and make a bit of extra money. You also work for your grandfather. That's dope. You used to be making like 1,000, 1,200 a month. Now you make like 500 or 600 a month. You were saving at least 500 a month on your car emergency fund, but you haven't been able to do that for a while. Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. Man, cutting grass. Folks that cut grass, like I cut grass, I did lawn mowing stuff, working for somebody, and it's like they don't make a lot of money. And it sounds about like that. 700, $800 a month, like it ain't. Yeah, that sucked. You was doing that because up until a year ago, after you got your head gasket replaced, it seemed like some car part was always breaking, and it would always be at least 500. That's what it is like with the new cars. Like some parts always going out on them, and to have to go to the dealership, that sucks. You want a reliable car. From all they talk about, they're always talking about Toyota. Get a Toyota Corolla or a Toyota Tacoma, like an older one with like less miles on it. If you just change the oil and the spark plugs and probably the fuel filter, like the radiator fluid, just don't add too much water. It's got to be like they already put water in that antifreeze and it like cuz I made that mistake one time and it busted my radiator. So don't try to dilute it because it's going to bust the radiator when it gets cold. Uh and then yeah, change like it's good to change the transmission fluid. But if they haven't been changing the transmission fluid, they say it ain't good to change the transmission fluid. So it's like, and then on the newer ones, they're talking about like it's better to change the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles or less. Like, but the manufacturers be lying, like saying don't change the transmission fluid when it's better to change the transmission fluid. It's just confusing. Like, yeah. You might could sell it if you don't like it and it's becoming a money pit. You could sell it and get something else. Them Toyotas will go. Man, there was a dude that had 1,000,000 miles on his Toyota Tundra. It was like a 2017 Toyota Tundra. He got 1,000,000 miles on it. The like the older Chevrolets, when they get to like 300,000 miles, gonna need a new transmission. I got an older truck, don't even like driving it. It's a single cab, and I don't like driving it because it's old. It sucks gas. It's a V8, and I miss having a four cylinder because the four cylinder saved gas. I used to have a Chevy S10. I put 100,000 miles on that thing, no problem. It just fuel pump went out one time, but it was a newer one, back in the day. It was like a new ride for me, but it costed a lot of money. Like just try not to get no speeding tickets. And then I'm at the point now where like I would just rather get a Toyota. Like I don't like well like I like the older Chevrolets, but I don't like the newer ones. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, you get a car from somebody that owns it and you buy it from them, you get a better deal. You go to the dealership, you might not get a better deal than from buying from an owner, but there is some car lots where they sell cheaper cars and trucks. It depends on which car lot you go to. You got a 2007 Subaru Forester. Damn, people love those. You It's got 100,000 now. I don't know how long those last, but people love them. It's Japanese. Subaru is Japanese. That's dope. But a used Toyota is like 15 to 20 grand. It's crazy. There was a guy selling a Toyota Tacoma for 6,000. See what I'm saying? Like if you get it from a owner, you can get a better deal. Like is a dude selling his Toyota Tacoma, it was like a 2009 or 2010 or something. I don't know if it's a 2011, but it got 200,000 miles on it. That's the thing. It got 200,000 miles on it, but that thing it might could go 100,000, 200,000, 500 more. It could go a long way. 6,000, but will probably end up becoming a money pit. It just depends. Well, he was working at AutoZone, so you know he takes care of his ride if he works at AutoZone, so it probably would have been a good deal. It just depends on how they maintain it, really, on who the owner was, on how they drive it. If it's highway miles, it'll last longer. If it's traffic miles, like in town, it doesn't last as long, from what I heard. Man, we got a Subaru Forester. You got the older one, 2007. Hmm. Maybe you can get a better mechanic, like a cheaper mechanic or somebody that knows what they're doing that could help you out a little bit or something. Or you could learn some how-to videos on YouTube or something. But it's better than the newer ones. If the part breaks a sensor on it and they expect us to go to the dealership, that's the ripoff because the part store, the mechanic shop couldn't order it. They wanted this 2017 to go to the dealership. That's what's worse. But if it's a popular car and it breaks, you could always go to a junkyard and find a junkyard part. Yeah, it was the two-wheel drive Tacoma. The four-wheel drives are more expensive. I think Subaru's a four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drives, the all-wheel drives are more expensive than the two-wheel drives. Dang, dude works at Target. uh, nah, man, you alright. You just overthink. Yeah, you overthink. Yeah, I got that problem. I don't like overthinking. It makes us not make any decisions. Straight up. gonna take Cyberpunk out. Your car is an all-wheel drive and it's got good ground clearance, so it's pretty good in the deep snow. Yeah. Yeah, them Subaru Foresters are famous for over there in the snow. Put some snow chains on there, people be pulling folks out that get stuck. You're very cautious about the decisions you make. You usually stick to low risk decisions. Yeah, but they say high risk decisions, you get a higher reward. It's like if you got somebody else that's worried about you, it makes it worse because they worry too much. But if the only problem is yourself, then that's a lot easier. You can you can accomplish more things if like if your girlfriend or whoever ain't too worried about you or your family or something. Yeah. No, man, you be all right. Just don't get a BMW. I heard them things are expensive. Jack Morgan, RLP, he was talking about he can't. He got rid of his BMW every time it broke down. It was costing him $3,000. The most dependable car, the little car is, they say the Toyota Corolla. The V6 is the Camry. I never had a Toyota though. My first car was a Mitsubishi. I had a Chevy S10 for a long time, and then I traded it in for a PT Cruiser. I ended up wrecking it when I was drunk, and it saved my life because it was rolling like an egg in the seatbelt, and I had learned how to drive at an early age where I was lucky enough to where I had the instinct to slam on the brakes when I was veering off the road. But